Well, I'll throw another layer on this though, because I think there's something else in this where we've spoken about, we kind of hinted that we're doing golf as well as the more serious planning stuff or the business outcomes.
We kind of just swing sticks. Like I feel like golf is like a little bit too much.
You would even put it into that label. How funny. I sincerely believe when it comes to doing these types of weekends away, there has to be some fun and joy in it itself.
Totally.
Where if it's all just too serious and you're not having something to do with it. So if you're going away with a group of guys, maybe it's a nice dinner out and like playing cards, right?
Yeah.
Some fun experiences. Or you and I watched a ridiculous movie last night.
No way, hang on. Watched is exactly, we stopped it.
Yeah.
Went to bed.
How we run on time. We're doing all right for time as well, Grant. But I think injecting those types of experiences in it are like setting the right moods and tones and things as well, right? So in the preparation for this, when we pick a location, it's like we want the ability to incorporate that.
Yeah.
Where it's not like we intend to spend the whole, well, we're literally going to sit at this table for 4 days.
And just look at each other and we're just going to bang it out, laptops open.
Got to have those things. I think it's important to bring in an activity of some kind with you. Board games, right?
Totally.
Could be cards, could be like we're doing golf, or it could be like sporting endeavors. Food experiences could be really good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not much of a huge drinker, but for people that are into wineries or bars and things like, or food experiences, like could be a really, really cool thing as well. But I think injecting a bit of that into it makes a difference as well.
It totally needs to be
does.
enjoyable. It's funny you bring this up because I was just thinking about this before. Like, we are totally sort of a little bit weird to the extent that I'm trying, Charlie. I'm trying.
No, I'll break it down right now. We think we're a little bit weird because the people we mostly hang out with are business owners who in themselves are weird.
Weird, yes.
Right. So how weird are we compared to our business owner friends? A little bit. When I go out with the general population and sit down for a meal, I feel like an alien. I'll go. Let's just briefly go through this. Go out for dinner, sitting down with a group of people. That's lovely people.
Yep.
And it's like the questions that go around about like sport. I'm like, I haven't seen a game of sport in I don't know how long. So I've got no relatability. Then the next thing will come up about like weather, because that's what people. Do you know, it's oddly they default to weather. Yeah. That's the topic that comes up. Politics. Like there's this odd series of socialized normal events that I've just got no perspective on.
Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. Like I had this employee and we went out for lunch. Like this was a couple of years ago, and he was like, "Politics Australia, it's horrendous." And he went into this real deep thing, and I go, "Well, like, look, I just have to be upfront with you. I actually don't know the name of the Prime Minister," and he was so offended.
But that's what people, and there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you're in for.
Totally.
But distinctly, we live lives. And do you know the moments when I first notice is when I innocently say something. When I go, "Oh, I was up at 4:30 this morning doing some thinking time, reading this book, and there was this thing in it that like trying to share a point." And then they look at me and they're like, "You were up at 4:30
yes.
reading a book?"
And the second question is always like, "What time do you go to bed?" It's like, I'm like 9:30.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? And so, but last night, like when we were organising dinner, like I remember when we walked into the supermarket, it was like, "You want some alcohol?" Nah. Yeah, no, let's not get some alcohol.
I didn't want to have alcohol in the experience of this weekend because I thought it would cloud thinking.
But it's totally. Because I'm like, I don't want to then feel like I have to finish a bottle and do like all these things. I'm like, no, man, just give me some good soda water.
That's what people decide, though. I will say I have come across some business owners where, and I don't want to like encourage this, but them having a couple of beers and a good talk with friends is how they enhance this experience. That's their process.
I completely concur, and I know a lot of business owners who have created a lot of deals through bars and drinking a lot. And I'm like, but the reason I bring it up is it's horses for courses where you get to approach the weekend the way that you want to approach the weekend. I think the key message though is it's not to replace extreme fun. Like it will be enjoyable whether you go to concerts, bars, or out playing golf or something like that, but you still need to appreciate just the natural process of this thing happening. Like you and I making sure we're moving our body, we're making sure that we're in a state where we do want to be creative, we do want to try and solve some things, as opposed to, all right, Charlie, let's go and let our hair down and drink tinnies.
Escapism.
Totally.
Escapism is the other area. And I think that's a very, very different lineation. If you're going away to just get lit
Yeah.
or play video games nonstop because you're not enjoying your life, like that's a completely
Yeah.
different sphere than productively using weekends away to create these types of things.
Completely.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into creating wealth inside and outside your business, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.